Hello, my beautiful readers, followers, and everyone. I'm very red because I'm in Wisconsin right now, and it is like uber hot here. I am on a nature reserve, just having a walk and spending some time with my family. But I do have something, if I can get good lighting, I do have something I want to share. So while here, I met a family, and see that car right there. I met a family, and they're going through a rough time, which I know everyone in our country is, because there's just such chaos happening. But they're going through a rough time. They were living somewhere, and they're choosing to remain anonymous and asking for discretion. So I will say they were living somewhere, and both mom and dad are going through a real hard struggle with their kids. They have one child, and they're going through a real hard struggle with their family right now. Both mom and dad were working at inner city schools with special needs kids. Both mom and dad, in the two different schools they worked at, got hurt. And dad especially, mom needed time off just to rest and for healing. Dad needed time off for physical therapy. But where they were renting, they let their landlord know, the rental manager know, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. We might struggle a bit with the rent because we both need time off of work, but they told them they should be getting workman's comp and they'll be able to pay for everything. The rental managers, however, said that they can't accept down payments and that they would need to leave. So, not really having much of a choice, they had to pack up and leave, and they're now struggling trying to find a home. It's a hardship that they're dealing with, and it's painful that they had to leave their home behind and leave everything behind, and this is where they're at. They didn't ask for this. They didn't want this. They definitely told me they didn't ask to get injured, but sometimes life gives you a shitty hand. So on behalf of the family, I am asking for prayers. I am going to try and do a GoFundMe for anyone who wants to just pray, because life is so hard right now. The worst thing a family needs is to feel like they have nowhere to go and be in their car with their child when they're trying to heal and recover and get back on track, and they're trying to do their best to find a new place, but it's just difficult. The mom told me that every time she goes for a new place, it's like someone outbids her, even for a house. They found a decent house that just needed a little bit of work. Someone came in and put down $30,000 in cash, and they feel like every time they find a place, it gets taken right away from them when they're the ones that are struggling with a living situation, and they're the ones that really need a lot of the help. They don't. Dad said he doesn't feel like, the husband said that he doesn't feel like anyone is listening, anyone is willing to help them. If you all could, I'm going to be praying for this family. If you all could please pray, and I'm going to try and do a GoFundMe. Anyone who has the heart that would like to donate, I'm sure it would mean a world a world of good to the family. They're going to be at the campgrounds here for about a week, and she gave me her contact number. They asked me to remain anonymous because it's a real struggle, and they're hurting, and they don't want the whole world to know who they are, but to just share the reality of what's going on. And they learn they're not the only family that's like this. But they lost everything, and they need some help. And they want the world to know the reality of what's going on for families who are in need. They are both working again. They're starting to. She's working as a caregiver right now, but it's part-time because they're trying to get her the hours that she needs, but it's part-time. And Dad just found a position. But the last thing I want to see, the last thing I want to even hear about when I keep in contact with this family is that it's going towards wintertime where they live and things haven't changed. Can we do that? Can we be a world of good for a family in need? Can we be a world of good to show the family that there's still someone out there that cares? If this touches your heart, please pray. Or like I said, I'm going to be doing a GoFundMe to try and help this family get a little bit of support. For anyone who wants to donate as you wish. And I just pray for the world that the world will get better and will show more love to families in need like this.